The Golden Sayings of Epictetus, 38. How shall my brother cease to be wroth with me? Bring him to me, and I will tell him. But to thee I have nothing to say about his anger. 39. When one took counsel of Epictetus, saying, what I seek is this, how even though my brother is not reconciled to me, I may still remain as nature would have me to be. He replied, all great things are slow of growth. Nay, this is true even of a grape or a fig. If then you say to me, now I desire a fig, I shall answer, it needs time. Wait till it first flower, then cast its blossom, then ripen. Whereas then the fruit of the fig tree reaches not maturity suddenly, nor yet in a single hour. Do you nevertheless desire so quickly and easily to reap the fruit of the mind of man? Nay, expect it not, even though I bade you. Epaphroditus had a shoemaker whom he sold as being good for nothing. This fellow, by some accident, was afterwards purchased by one of Caesar's men, and became shoemaker to Caesar. You should have seen what respect Epaphroditus paid him then. How does the good Felicion? Kindly let me know, and if any of us inquired, what is Epaphroditus doing? The answer was, he is consulting about so-and-so with Felicion. Had he not sold him as good for nothing? Who had in trice converted him into a wiseacre? This is what comes of holding of importance anything but the things that depend on the will. 41. What you shun enduring yourself, exempt not to impose on others. You shun slavery. Beware of enslaving others. If you can endure to do that, one would think you had been once upon a time a slave yourself. For vice has nothing in common with virtue, nor freedom with slavery. 42. Has a man been raised to the tribuneship? Everyone that he meets congratulates him. One kisses him on the eyes, another on the neck, while the slaves kiss his hands. He goes home to find torches burning. He ascends to the Capitol to sacrifice. Whoever sacrificed for having had right desires, for having conceived such inclination as nature would have him? In truth, we thank the gods for that wherein we place our happiness. 43. A man was talking to me today about the priesthood of Augustus. I said to him, let the things go, my good sir. You'll spend a great deal to no purpose. Well, but my name will be inserted in all documents and contracts. Will you be standing there till those that read them, that is my name written there? And even though you could now be there in every case, what will you do when you are dead? At all events, my name will remain. Inscribe it on a stone, and it will remain just as well. And think, beyond Nicopolis, what memory of you will there be? But I shall have a golden wreath to wear. If you must have a wreath, get a wreath of roses and put it on. You will look more elegant. 44. Above all, remember that the door stands open. Be not more fearful than children, but as they, when they weary of the game, cry, I will play no more. Even so, when thou art in the like case, cry, I will play no more, and depart. But if thou stayest, make no lamentation. 45. Is there smoke in the room? If it be slight, I remain. If grievous, I quit it. For ye must remember this, and hold it fast, that the door stands open. You shall not dwell at Nicopolis. Well and good. Nor at Athens. Then I will not dwell at Athens either. Nor at Rome. Nor at Rome either. You shall dwell in Gyra. Well, but to dwell in Gyra seems to me like a grievous smoke. I depart to a place where none can forbid me to dwell. That habitation is open unto all. That's for the last garment of all. That is the poor body. Beyond that, none can do aught unto me. This is why Demetrius said to Nero, you threaten me with death. It is nature who threatens you. 41. The beginning of philosophy is to know the condition of one's own mind. If a man recognizes that this is a weakly state, he will not then want to apply it to questions of the greatest moment, as it is. Men who are not fit to swallow even a morsel, buy whole treatises and try to devour them. Accordingly, they either vomit them up again or suffer from indigestion, whence come gripings, fluxions, and fevers, whereas they should have stopped to consider their capacity. 42. 47. In theory, it is easy to convince an ignorant person. In actual life, men not only object to offer themselves to be convinced, but hate the man who has convinced them, whereas Socrates used to say that we should never lead a life not subjected to examination. 48. This is the reason why Socrates, when reminded that it should prepare for his trial, answered, thinkest thou not that I have been preparing for it all my life? In what way? I have maintained that which is my lay. How so? I have never secretly or openly done a wrong unto any. 49. In what character dost thou now come forward? As a witness summoned by God, come thou, saith God, and testify for me, for thou art worthy of being brought forward as a witness by me. Is aught that it outside thy will either good or bad? Do I hurt any man? Have I placed the good of each in the power of any other than himself? What witness dost thou bear to God? I am an evil state, master. I am undone. None careth for me, none giveth me aught. All men blame, all speak evil of me. Is this the witness thou wilt bear, and do dishonor to the calling wherewith he hath called thee? Because he hath done thee so great honor, and deemed thee worthy of being summoned to bear witness in so great a cause? 50. Wouldst thou have men speak good of thee? Speak good of them. And when thou hast learned to speak good of them, try to do good unto them, and thou wilt reap in return for their speaking good of thee. 51. When thou goest to any of the great, remember that another from above sees what is passing, that thou shouldest please him rather than man. He therefore asks thee, in the schools, what didst thou call exile, imprisonment, bonds, death, and shame? I called them things indifferent. What then dost thou call them now? Are they at all changed? No. Is it then thou that art changed? No. Say then, what are things indifferent? Things that are not in our power. Say then, what follows? That things which are not in our power are nothing to me. Say also what things you hold to be good. A will such as ought to be, and a right use of things of sense. And what is the end? To follow thee? Okay, I will stop there. I'll start again next time on 51. Okay, thank you.